Your gut decides whether you lose weight or gain weight, even if you've never been told otherwise. Do you know what's more frustrating than dieting? Following all the rules, working hard every day, eating healthy, training hard, and still not seeing any real results. What almost no one knows is that your own body could be sabotaging you from within. That invisible enemy lives inside you. It's called your gut microbiota, and it controls every decision and every change more than you imagine. Stay until the end because what you're about to discover today could explain why you failed so many times in your weight loss attempts. And if this topic interests you, take advantage now to subscribe, like the video, and activate the bell, because every week I share practical information to take care of your health and well-being from within. Also, share it with someone who needs it, because what you're about to discover today could explain why you failed so many times. Years ago, I found myself in exactly that situation. I pushed myself to the limit, exercised, followed every diet I could find, and avoided excesses, but the scale still wouldn't budge. The most frustrating thing wasn't the weight itself, but the feeling of doing everything and getting no results. It was like repeatedly hitting the same wall. I remember the mornings I woke up convinced that this time it would work. I made light breakfasts. But at the end of the week, the mirror returned the same tired, unchanged image. Has it happened to you? That helplessness of thinking you're the problem. I would even blame myself after eating something off diet, even if it was an apple or a piece of whole wheat bread. It was a constant struggle against my own body, an invisible force pushing me against it. One day, in the midst of that frustration, I heard a phrase that changed my perspective. It's not what you eat, it's what your body does with it. That idea left me speechless. How could it be that my body, instead of helping me, seemed to work against me? That's when I discovered something almost no one talked about, the gut microbiota. A community of bacteria that lives in your gut and decides much more than you think. Some bacteria help you, others sabotage you. And when that balance is disrupted, problems arise, accumulated fat, inflammation, and constant hunger. I suddenly understood that it wasn't about willpower or counting calories. It was about how my body was functioning on the inside. Thousands fail in their weight loss attempts because they ignore what's going on inside. And the hardest part is that they don't even know that their gut is playing a decisive role in all of this. And this is where many of us fail, because we attack the symptom, but not the root of the problem. That was the moment I decided to do some research. What I discovered transformed my understanding of nutrition and weight loss. And the funny thing is, when I understood this, everything changed. Because the real key wasn't eating less, but rather properly feeding the bacteria that govern your metabolism. And this is where the most revealing part begins. And the funny thing is, when I discovered this, I realized the secret wasn't to eat less, but to eat smarter. Because you're not just feeding your body, you're feeding the millions of bacteria that live in your gut. Some of them work in your favor, speeding up your metabolism and controlling your appetite. But others, if they take over, generate inflammation, anxiety, and fat storage. This happens more often. Two key words come into play here: prebiotics and probiotics. Prebiotics are special fibers that serve as food for good bacteria. Probiotics are live bacteria that, when they reach your gut, balance your microbiota and improve your digestion. When you combine the two, an effect called intestinal symbiosis occurs, and that's where the transformation begins. It's not magic, it's science. A balanced gut means fewer cravings, less inflammation, and more energy. Now, how do you apply this to your daily life? Simple, through the right foods. Bananas and oats are natural prebiotics that feed your good bacteria. A breakfast of oats, banana, and pure cocoa can be the perfect start for your gut. Apples provide soluble fiber and polyphenol that reduce inflammation. Eating an apple as a snack between meals not only curbs your hunger, it also nourishes your microbiota. Pure cacao is a superfood that stimulates bacteria associated with a faster metabolism. Imagine swapping an ultra-processed dessert for a pure cacao smoothie with oats and banana, sweet, energizing, and healthy. Legumes and barley are sources of resistant fiber that reach your gut intact, strengthening your gut flora. A bowl of lentils with barley is cheap, filling, and powerful for your health. Leafy greens provide chlorophyll and fiber that feed beneficial bacteria. A salad with spinach, walnuts, and apple can be light but full of life for your microbiota. Nuts, especially almonds and walnuts, increase bacterial diversity. A handful as a daily snack can make a difference. Resistant starch, present in rice or potatoes cooled after cooking, acts as fuel for your bacteria. Have you ever tried a cold potato salad with vegetables and a touch of olive oil? It's delicious and healthy. Mushrooms provide beta-glucans that strengthen your immune system and nourish your gut. Sauté them with garlic and serve with brown rice. And fermented foods like kimchi, miso, and tempeh are natural probiotics. Including them in small portions in your meals can restore intestinal balance and improve your digestion. The fascinating thing is that these foods not only help you lose weight, but they also impact your mood. A healthy gut produces more serotonin, the happiness hormone. And believe me, when your body feels good on the inside, you start making better choices on the outside. So it's not about a restrictive diet, but rather a change of approach, feeding your microbiota so it works with you, not against you. Because when you take care of it, your metabolism is activated, your hunger is regulated, and weight loss occurs more naturally. And it's not just about losing weight, it's about regaining energy, confidence, and well-being in your daily life. Imagine waking up light, feeling good, and without that constant struggle with food. That's what taking care of your gut means. But before I tell you what that critical mistake most people make is, let me warn you of something important, because if you don't understand this detail, even if you eat all these foods, you'll continue to struggle with your weight. And this is where it all makes sense. So far, everything seems simple. You feed your microbiota with prebiotics and probiotics, and your body starts working with you, not against you. But there's one detail that almost no one knows, and if you don't understand it, all your efforts could be for nothing. And this is where the really important part begins. The funny thing is, most people make the same mistake. They think they just need to add 1 or 2 foods and their body will magically change. The truth is, if you don't understand this hidden detail, you're likely to remain stuck, no matter what you eat. And this is where the most important thing comes in: what can make the difference between failing once again or finally achieving the change you've been waiting for so long. And here's the mistake almost all of us make: we think that adding 1 or 2 healthy foods will change everything. But the truth is, it doesn't work that way. The key isn't in any single food, but in balance and consistency. What really sabotages most people isn't a lack of information, but a lack of consistency. It's like trying to fill a bucket with holes. No matter how much water you put in, if you don't fix the leaks, it'll never fill up. Your body works the same way. You can eat oatmeal or a banana one day, but if you fill the rest of the week with ultra-processed foods, your microbiota will never have the chance to transform. The big revelation is this: your gut responds to what you do every day, not what you do once in a while. And that means every choice counts. An apple a day, a handful of nuts, a portion of leafy greens, a little kimchi for dinner. Small habits, repeated over and over again, are what change your metabolism. The powerful thing is that you don't need extreme diets, starvation, or punishing your body. You just need to give your microbiota the right environment to flourish. And when you do, something surprising happens. Your body starts craving less junk food, your energy increases, and your mood improves. It's not about forcing yourself, but about allowing your own body to regain its natural balance. Imagine how your life would change if every meal became an opportunity to nourish the bacteria that work for you. That's what separates those who fail repeatedly from those who achieve lasting results. Because at its core, this journey isn't just about losing weight. It's about regaining your energy, your health, and your confidence. It's about looking in the mirror and feeling like you're finally in control. And the most inspiring thing is that it all starts with a simple decision: choosing to feed your microbiota every day. That's the real change that transforms your life. In the end, all of this leads us to a very simple but powerful conclusion: your health and weight don't depend on a fad diet, but on the relationship you build with your body every day. Nourishing your microbiota isn't a fad, it's the foundation for real and lasting change. And the most exciting thing is that it's in your hands. Every decision, every meal, and every habit can bring you closer to or further away from the best version of yourself. You don't need perfection, just consistency. Because when you understand that it's not about fighting your body, but about working with it, everything begins to flow naturally. That's the real secret: listening to your gut, taking care of it, and letting it be your best ally on this wellness journey. Start today with a small decision, repeat it tomorrow, and let consistency do the rest. You'll build lasting results. If this message made you think, then take care of your gut and yourself. Because every choice you make, no matter how small, can be the spark that transforms your life. And if this video gave you clarity or motivation, I'd love for you to share it with someone who needs it. Maybe that person is waiting for these words. It's your turn, tell me in the comments. What food are you going to choose today as the beginning of your real change? And of course, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, and give it a like, because we'll continue talking about how to build a healthy body, a clear mind, and a more well-being life. Save it if it helps you and share it on social media. Until the next video.